part of where the field school came from was wanting to create a hub that would provide consistent energy around these things that we need to do as a community if we want to keep this place, which, I mean, a beau- it's been a paradise for 10,000 years of human habitation, probably. Let's not let this be the generation where it, like, kind of all goes to trash. So if we wanna preserve that legacy and that heritage, then, we need to work together, and we need probably an institution that will kind of harness that enthusiasm. At the same time, I was becoming a mother, thinking about, like, childcare, development, balance and meaning in, let's say, the prime years of life or in midlife, and it all kind of came together in this program, which is like, okay, like, what bond is stronger than the bond of love between a parent and a child? I mean, there is nothing on this earth. And what if we could use that bond to actually draw people into kind of maybe their best and their most community-oriented selves? Really the core concept behind the field school of Hvar. That's where it came from. And in terms of how people can participate in our program, we have 3 seasons. There's the summer, the fall, and the spring. The summer, these are shorter sessions, 2 weeks long. They're oriented to provide, let's say, maybe a workation for families who have more conventional lifestyles and commitments. Our hours are unusual. They run from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m., it's really just to get people to sink into the Mediterranean cadence, but it has the benefit of also lining up with East Coast work hours. So it can work well for people who are coming from the Americas. So that's one way for folks to engage. And in that program, we have full-time child enrichment that's very hands-on and project-based. And we have a family co-living village, which is basically we're based in a resort, which has a bunch of apartments, and families can stay there or stay in the town, which is nearby. But that proximity really lends itself to walkability, connection, spontaneous interactions and play dates, and just a really beautiful sense of connection, even in a pretty short period of time in the summer. In the academic year, we still have those same 3 pillars: child enrichment, family co-living, and robust kind of community facilitation, but our sessions are much longer. So they are each 12 weeks in the fall, September, October, November, and 12 weeks in the spring, March, April, May to the very beginning of June. And our academic year program is really much more oriented towards people who are doing a gap year, who are homeschooling, who are world schooling into this more flexible, kind of maybe heart-led lifestyle. For those families, I don't think there's any other program quite like ours out there. What we offer, which I think is unique, is a genuine home base for families who are pursuing this lifestyle. So you can have consistent accommodation. You can leave some of your stuff here over the winter and summer breaks. You have a cumulative, progressive, intellectually demanding, but hands-on, nature-based academic journey that kids can be on. And you have a consistent peer group. There are always fresh faces, but there are also relationships that kids and parents can return to. And, just familiar touchstones, our favorite gelato spot, that beach that we love to go to, that hiking trail that we didn't get to last time and we can't wait to go back to. And a consistent faculty as well. Miss Sarah, was so, helped my child so much with handwriting or something like this. So that's our fall and spring program. It's a different vibe. It's more settled, and it's more, let's say, academically rigorous than our summer, or let's say rigorous in a different way than the summer is, but nice complements to each other.